This is the Uprising Revival. Welcome to today's show. It's October, and it's fitting that the month starts off with videos like this that I'm going to cover. I'm going to cover multiple things here that are trending because, of course, October is the month that most people start to worship Satan without even realizing it because Halloween is a satanic holiday. I know a lot of Christians don't like to hear that because a lot of Christians like to dress up. Some make reasons for themselves that they don't believe it's satanic, but the whole holiday itself is satanic. I'll obviously be covering it most of the month to warn new people, to show them things about it, and you could decide for yourself how you'd like to live your life. I'm not here to tell you that, but I'm here to let you know that we see a lot of these things continue on, these patterns continue on, where celebrities, and that's where I'll start, constantly are worshiping Satan, talking about doing unholy things. And that's why you have Flaming Sam Smith trending on YouTube with the song called Unholy. What else would it be called, right? Haven't heard that one before. I mean, it's either holy or unholy. I just covered something recently with the word holy in it, with disgusting Lovato, Demi Lovato. And they're constantly telling you what's going on. This is spiritual warfare. They're constantly telling you about God and the devil, yet we live in a world where everybody just sees it. It goes in one ear out the other. They don't realize that they're being put under a spell, that they're telling you what's happening, and they continue to go about their lives not realizing that there is a war going on, a real war, a spiritual war. So the song's called Unholy. Of course, it's trending on YouTube. And of course, this guy, Sam Smith, who rides the Hershey Highway, of course he'd be wearing a hat with devil horns on it because he's paying homage to his god, Lucifer. What a coincidence that all of these musicians and all of these celebrities constantly wear devil horns. They constantly have the devil in their videos. They constantly have Baphomet. They constantly do these things, and then they constantly subliminally talk about worshiping Satan and doing things that are unholy, like this, where he's in a body shop and you see all of these transgender, transvestite people, wonderful human beings, yeah? We see them all. What do we see them doing? Well, they're holding on to condoms, and then the lyrics of the song, of course, or about mommy don't know daddy's getting hot at the body shop doing something unholy, which is, of course, dressing up as a woman and then being with other men dressed up as women, because that makes zero sense to anyone. And that's what's going on in this video. And then, of course, in the video, you have subliminal messaging. You have a car that says liar, cheater, right? These are things that people don't realize, that they constantly put things like this into people's heads. Lying, cheating, stealing, fornication, over and over and over. And they glorify these things. And people don't realize that what number it does in them subliminally. You even see the word, I'm probably going to mispronounce it, fumier, F-U-M-I-E-R on the car, which I had to look up because I don't know what it is. Apparently it's a word that means manure, means poop. So it's probably just a menu for him for what he's having for dinner later that night. But this is what we see constantly, right? Glorification and glorifying a sinful lifestyle. Now, we're all sinners and we all fall short. I do every day. Everyone does. And it doesn't justify it any way whatsoever. But the purpose of these people isn't to justify just a sin. It's supposed to justify a sinning lifestyle. A lifestyle of this, a lifestyle of more than just fornication, a lifestyle of men becoming women and all these things that are an abomination to God. And we see people out there who follow suit because they're told over and over by these celebrities that this is normal, this is okay. It's okay to, while your family's at home, for the man to go out and dress up as a woman and be with other men dressed up as women. And then, of course, they have the devil horns on his hat, which, I mean, it couldn't be more obvious who he's paying homage to. Remember, all of the things, all of the laws that God commands, they constantly are trying to get everyone to break those laws, to sin over and over and over again. So as Halloween approaches, we have that. And then we have this. This was trending and is being featured all over the place. And this is another thing. Now, I get it that people on Halloween, I get it. I understand why people like it. If you like the fall, you like the leaves. Some people just like some of the scary movies and things like that. And Stranger Things is something I've covered over and over again. But this takes idol worship and it takes witchcraft to a new level. This family, get a load of this, has the character from the show levitating in their front lawn. Now, why am I showing you this? I'm showing you this because it's one thing to have Jason Voorhees or something in your lawn, which I don't justify. I don't give, whatever. Like I said, I'm not here to lecture you and tell you how to live your life. I'm here to point these things out. That's all. Because I sin just like everybody else. I fall short just like everybody else. However, with Stranger Things and with this is normalizing witchcraft. Everybody associates levitation with witchcraft, which is one of the reasons when I covered Stranger Things, I wasn't just covering it because of CERN and the upside down and demons and demonic possession and the black goo, but also because they were making the children who were the heroes in the show, the protagonists, as sorcerers. They were practicing sorcery. The main character, 11, practices sorcery, witchcraft. Right? Now you might say, oh, she doesn't. She does not around a pentagram and all that stuff. Well, we'll probably see that in the next season. But you have them levitating. You have them doing all these things that we know are normalized in witchcraft. So look at this family who spends all their time decorating for Halloween, which some people tend to do. And they put this giant levitating character in the front lawn. It makes national news. It was even on Good Morning America. And people are literally driving to the house to see this thing.
Well, a spooky Halloween decoration in Illinois looks like it's levitating. It was created by a couple who say they were inspired by the Stranger Things series. Garmin Terry asked the couple how they made it float in midair, but for now, they're keeping that a mystery.
The clock's ticking to finish sprucing up the final touches of Halloween decorations at this house in Plainfield.
How many do you need?
Dave Appel and his wife Aubrey go big every year. You started when? How early?
August
1st.
August, yeah.
August 1st.
August 1st.
And then every single day from the moment we get home from work.
Images from years past show just how the finished product looks. But this year, there's one prop grabbing everyone's attention.
There's so many people out there who are fanatics like we are. So we wanted to make something that was the most iconic scene from the show, something maybe no one else would try and do.
The family loves the hit Netflix series Stranger Things. So when they decided to replicate a key character, Max, levitating in the air, it left folks perplexed.
The wonderment of how, or like, where is it coming from? How are they doing that?
Dave and Aubrey created a quick TikTok. Now there's more than 14 million views.
It's not drones, it's not helium or balloons. And we just felt like it was more fun to keep it under wraps.
The mystery is what's getting the attention.
And we didn't even think that would be the thing.
And while the family isn't ready to reveal this secret just yet, the display is gaining attention not only from neighbors.
We just saw him on TikTok, so we decided to drive through the neighborhood and check out Max floating in the air.
Is it really catching your attention in the neighborhood? Talk about it.
Yes, very much so. And we have a lot of Stranger Things fans over here behind us, so it's very exciting.
Even Netflix joined in the fun, calling the Appels their #1 fan. They're saying you're the #1 fan.
I don't know if we're number one. We're number 1 and 2. I'm gonna claim the title because you know what? We put the hours in at least.
How does this make you feel?
It makes you feel amazing.
Crazy.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It is all in your control now.
But what's more amazing, they're doing something as a family and bringing smiles or screams to so many other families.
That's what makes us want to continue doing that, is making the kids happy.
So again, this is normalizing the occult. It's normalizing witchcraft. And I mean, I understand how people look at it and they're like, oh, that's going over the top. It's not going over the top. It's not going over the top because the more they normalize these things like levitation and how they feel about children and sacrifice and those types of things, the quicker it will be for them to start doing these things out in the open. Now, people are like, oh, people can really levitate. Oh, yeah, they can. Yeah, they can levitate. And they can do all sorts of sorcery. We know that Satan is the prince of the air. Levitation is really one of the things that a lot of these Satanists or witches, I don't know what you want to call them, scumbags like to do in their rituals. But these are things where we see, right, superheroes flying. This is all stuff that's been built into people's heads. It's something that they would love to do one day, right? Be a superhero, have superpowers. This is all ties into witchcraft. So as Halloween comes closer, you'll see more and more of these things. And this is different than saying, well, somebody's got a tombstone in their front yard with a skeleton. We're talking about levitation. We're talking about national news where people are literally going out of their way to drive there and stare in awe of this levitating character. It's deeper meaning to all of this stuff. You have to look deeper than the surface level of, oh, it's just some Halloween decorations, because they wouldn't cover it on national news if there wasn't deeper meaning behind it, because all the executives and the editors at these news corporations, they're all into Satanism and the occult, Luciferian worship. So these are the things that are going on, and you're going to see more and more, obviously, as we get closer to Halloween, more stories about this stuff and, more glorifying of it. So you have Sam Smith trending on YouTube. And again, these celebrities most of the time, they're not even trending. They're not even popular. And they just stick it in there. It's like every time you go into YouTube trending, there's a song called Unholy, or something about being unholy, or a song about sinning, or a song about Lucifer. And then you look at the lyrics of it, and you're just like, it's the stupidest thing you ever read. And people are like, wow, they're so talented. These are some of the lyrics. Everyone's talking on the scene. I hear them whispering about the places that you've been and how you don't know how to keep your business clean. Mummy don't know daddy's getting hot at the body shop. Wow, that's real. Is that Shakespeare? I mean, a 3-year-old could write that with a crayon. Well, we're told that they're artists, and all they are influencers, and they're brainwashing everyone. And they're normalizing and making Satan into the protagonist and Jesus Christ into the antagonist. In other words, they're making Jesus and Christians into the villains. That's what you're seeing. Everything inverted, the upside down, so to speak. Where Christians are looked at as bigots, horrible people, hateful people. And Lucifer is and this is what they believe, is the God of the earth and the good one. He was thrown out of heaven unjustly. God is wicked. He has all these rules, blah, blah, blah. And that this current society is going to go along with it because they already are going along with it. A lot of them just don't realize this mind control is being done to them. So this is some of the Satanism going on. I wanted to cover it. I hope everyone out there is doing well. I hope to see you on the website, timeforjudgment.com. Not that many people there. On the website, I hope some people would consider joining. If not, there are other ways you can support, of course. This channel has a Patreon account, which I'll have linked below. And there's other ways. But I appreciate everyone who's here. I thank you guys. Hope you're doing well. God bless you and your families.